Welcome, our Transformer fans, to this week's Transformers review, as we are going into Autobots month. Where this month, every G.I. Joe or Transformer figure we are looking at will be a Autobot. But before we get to Brawn, because we're going to be doing the Studio Series 86 and the Studio Series Bumblebee versions of Brawn. But before we get to Brawn, let's go to our shout outs of the week. And we also have a very special shout out video for this month, as we are going to be doing a very special shout out, but that'll be after the regular shout outs of the week. First is Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia, where you can get all, and I do mean all, of your video game needs from the Atari all the way up to current systems. And you can get games for each console and everything of the sort. After you go to Back to the Media, and you could go to Play to Get Games on Middle Road, right behind the Cecil Valley Avenue, to get all your other pieces that you don't have for your systems. And then you can also take those systems, as well as your PC and your laptops, and get them fixed at Play to Get Games. So definitely check them out. If you need toys and collectibles, such as Transformers and G.I. Joe and so on and so forth, you could go to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles here in Winchester at 115 South Loudon Street. And you could get all kinds of G.I. Joe and Transformers and He-Man and Ninja Turtles and all that kind of stuff. And what's so awesome is I got both of these guys from Time Travelers. So that's pretty hip. And so definitely check Time Travelers out. But if you have a toddler that you need to help with their skill building and stuff like that, you could go to Thinker Toys at 106 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, and check them out and get all of your toddlers, or even your young people's, just in early elementary school, and get all that kind of stuff. You know, they got slime, they got different kind of games and things of that matter, puzzles. Definitely check them out. But if you got a comic book fetish and you're in Winchester, you can go to 80 Weems Lane to Four Color Fantasies and get all your comic book needs. And definitely go see them. And you could definitely get all your video game needs and not video game needs, but all your comic book needs met there. So definitely give them a shout. And and if you're in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, and you're looking for a good place to get some Salisbury, North Carolina area, you're looking for some comic books, you can go to Comic Monsters. So definitely check both places out. And after you leave there, if you're in Winchester or planning to visit Winchester and you need some Jamaican food, you can go to Tropical Islands on Piccadilly Street, 39 Piccadilly Street, and check out Tropical Islands and see Lloyd and his wonderful staff and get some good Jamaican food. And if you're looking for some good yard work or tree work, you could go get a hold of Mixed Tree Service. Definitely give him a shout and see what's going on. And Mick will hook your tree work done. And after you leave there, after you get done with Mick and you're looking for a bank, and you're in the Winchester area, you can go to Bank of Clark or United Bank and start a banking account with either place. You can get some good banking services from both places, so definitely give them a look. And if you need insurance for like auto insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, you can see State Farm or you can see Farmers. Both of them have good banking assistance and good programs, so definitely check them out. And if you have a car that you have insured or just got it insured and you need gas, you could go to Sheets or Handy Mart. Both of them have good gas prices and good employees there to help you out with everything. And both of them have made to order food, and so you get your belly full at the same time as getting your gas tank full. So definitely check them out. And when you leave there, and you need, like, here's my PSA of the week, and you could actually go and check out Robert C. Brawn at Healing Grace Counseling on 133 Piccadilly Street, or not Piccadilly Street, 133 West Boscawen Street, and get some counseling done, because Cooper Island does support mental health awareness. So definitely check them out. And definitely check him out. And definitely do that. And if you need but if Rob's not what you're looking for, there's other places here in Winchester that you could go get counseling at, or you could go over and see where your closest counseling office, wherever you're located. But if you need psychiatry, you can get a hold of Northwestern Community Services and see there who they have what they have to offer. And if they don't have what you're looking, but you could, if you're not in the area, in the Winchester Front Royal area, you just go to your closest psychiatry office. And if you need to text somebody, you can text 741-741 to talk to somebody. There's always got somebody on staff that you can talk to. But if you need to hear a human voice, you could just dial 988. So definitely give somebody a holler. But if it's a really bad emergency, if you need something taken care of, like yesterday, go to your closest emergency room. And now, like I said, we had a special shout out, and this goes out to all of us in general. Where if you are, it's basically like Timmer, from the host of Half the Battle YouTube channel, is doing his annual Christmas charity drive. So and how you can participate, you just go to any charity that benefits children, like Toys for Tots or any church, like St. Jude's Children's Hospital, or any children's hospital that you can go to that you make donations towards children, or have anything that's actually good for children or benefits children. Go and make a donation to them, or like Salvation Army or Goodwill, that you could get a charitable receipt that you donated, and you can send it to Timmer. And for more on what Timmer is doing, you can get a hold of Timmer on his Half the Battle channel, and his channel is called Half the Battle. And check out his video where he announces the details of how to enter. And this year you've got, due to the a lot of the global mailing issues that are going on, if you're watching one of our videos, if you're watching one of my videos from overseas, if you are from overseas and you enter this charity drive, Timmer will personally send you a prize. But if you're here from the United States and you're a winner from the United States, you could get a prize from either Joe Motion Videos 82. You're the man, Byron. Or you could also get a prize from Hoodie Cobra Commander 788. See, Brian, you still rock. So you could definitely get a prize because Timber will put everybody's name in a hat and draw a name, out of everybody who donated. And they could get a prize. So I would say definitely check this out. Definitely get in there and do your charity thing, man. I'm going to see what I could do to enter it this year. But definitely go for it. So check out any, like I said, it's any charitable organization that benefits kids. You know, I'm all in for that. But let's go ahead and we're going to look at Brawn, but we're going to start with the Studio First 86. So I'm going to put the Bumblebee Studio Series on the side. We're going to look at Brawn. We're going to start out with his weapon, with this little photon pistol. Nicely detailed, nicely sculpted. Even though it's kind of bland, but it still works. And then he also has the tire that goes on top of the car. That's actually pretty slick and removable. So just put that right back. Goes plugs it right this little hole right here. And then of course he's in this little Jeep mode, which actually looks very slick with the Autobot symbol right there in the hood and the blue glasses, blue windshield. There's a baby blue windshield, but it's still cool and it rolls as you can see. And let's do transformation. And what you want to do is unhook these parts here and unhook his legs from off the side. And then you can easily just lift the legs up from here, lift the legs up here, lift this part out, and then you want to turn his head around so it's facing the front. Take this part, and you can spin it around. So that way you can close that tab up. And then lift up his, fold this panel up. Bring his legs down like this. And then you just close these panels, flip out his toes, his heels. Second first, same as the first. Flip out the toes and the heel. Ooh, toe was not supposed to fall off, but I'll just put that back on. And voila, you got his legs. And then you take these little panels here to make the window. Untab his arms from the back. And I also forgot this, you spin the waist around. And you open up the panels here, spin it all the way around. Second first, same as the first. Make sure you get that all the way around. And then you take the arms and spin them up. Pull the hand out of the little cavity. Rotate the forearm. You got his arm. And then you do the same thing on this side. Spin it all the way up. Bring the hand out of the cavity. The hand on this arm is a little tight for some reason on this example. Spin the forearm around. And there you go. You have Brawn. So let's start with the articulate. Well, I forgot. Then you close the back panel back up to have his backpack. And for articulation, his head don't really move that well, but I mean, it can rotate. It's supposed to rotate due to transformation, but it is a little stiff on my example, as you can see. But his arm can lift so high, it can rotate all the way around. Bend at the elbow, like, really good. And of course, his hand can rotate in due to transformation. And then his legs can kick out to the side, up, back. So far, but due to the little backpack, he can bend at the knee. He can bend at the toes and the heels, but that's due to transformation. And he does have a thigh cut. And that's it for the articulation. So let's put the gun in his hand. So he's ready to blast some Decepticons. And we're going to put him up to the side so we can look at Studio Series Bumblebee, Brawn. And then, of course, he comes with his weapon, his blaster rifle, and this little drill claw piece right here, which is pretty slick. So, and of course, he can roll in this mode. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but this is pretty cool looking Cybertronian mode. This is the one Studio Series vehicle that I can say I actually like. You know, Ironhide and Ratchet is kind of raunchy, kind of hokey, but you know, it still works. But it's pretty cool. I mean, you can see his head right there, but it's still cool. So let's go ahead and transform him. And what you want to do is untap the foot from there, or untap the leg. You want to untap the leg from the wheel connector spot right there. Roll it down. And then you can just bring the leg up like that. Make sure the foot is out. Second first, same as the first. You know, hook that back up. Bam! You have the legs. Brawn is taking shape. And then you just take the arms out from there. From this little section. Roll them down. And then you would take the wheel section, take that into the thing, into the little cavity, bring that down. Spin the waist back around. Boom. You have Brawn. And then you just, his articulation is, his head can rotate, but it's kind of hard with fat fingers to really show it. And his arm could go to here, all the way around. Bend at the elbow. Not really nothing in the wrist. But his legs could shoot out to the side about that far. He can kick forward. Kick back about so far. Bend at the knee. And of course his feet are, his toes are articulated, but it's mainly due to transformation. And that's pretty much it. You know, so let's go ahead and put his weapons, gear him up. His little gun right there. Also put his little drill bit right here. Or what you could do is you could also put the drill bit piece right here on the gun to extend the barrel of the gun. But I usually put it in his hand so that way he could just have, just in case he needs to just shoot at Decepticons. And then he could also use this as a way of capturing like Buzzsaw or Jaguar or Radleys or whatnot. So let's bring back in Studio Series 86. I mean, you can tell a lot of that is Brawn because the heads are very similar. Faces are different sculpt or whatever, but it still carries over from the animated to the Bumblebee movie character. And this is a tough little Autobot. one of the toughest there was. Really straightforward in his approach, which I actually could dig that. And I actually enjoyed this figure a lot. I enjoyed it immensely. He's one of my favorite characters in the whole Transformers franchise. But technically both of them I would consider top tier, even though the 86 animation would be on a higher top tier as with the 86 Bumblebee movie. Mainly because I grew up with this version of Brawn. This one you rarely ever see in the Bumblebee movie except for at the beginning. But it's still pretty cool. He's still an awesome figure, awesome toy. I'm glad to have him in my possession. That would do it for this week. And don't forget Timmer's charity drive. Make a donation to any benefit that benefits children. Any charity that benefits children is the only way to enter into this. So keep the children alive, and keep the children going. Do anything to benefit kids, even if you're going and donating to a homeless shelter, whatever. I guess that qualifies. Check with Timmer. But definitely, as long as it benefits a child and they can have at least a decent Christmas, let's do this, man. Let's get together and do this for the kids. But get a hold of Timmer for exact details of how he's going to do it. And the goal was $3,000 that he's trying to raise this year. I mean, if we all pitched together, everybody did a great job in the last couple of years and met the goal of $2,000. So it's like, let's try the $3,000, man. Let's do this. But that's it for this week. See you in the next one. Until all are one.